Hi preschoolers, it's Claire and Ivy the butterfly here. So here's Ivy the butterfly with her wings, and she has got a very long curly tongue, which is what butterflies, their tongue is on a big curl and it curls out. So this is her curly tongue. So it's hello Ivy the butterfly. Take that with you. So today we are going to be learning about a process called pollination. Now pollination is another process that happens to plants. So last week we learnt about germination, and that was when a tiny seed turned from a seed into a plant. That was germination. And now we're going to find out how one of the processes called pollination, where a flower of a plant, like these flowers, turns into some fruit or into another seed, and the whole process starts all over again. So at the moment at my allotment I have lots of apple trees there, and all over my apple trees they're covered in apple blossom. But how does that piece of blossom turn into an apple? How do the apples get on the tree? And essentially each piece of apple blossom on that tree becomes a piece of fruit. Or in the case of tulips, each flower on here will become some seeds. And the fruit or the seeds are essentially the baby of a plant. So, and there's a process around that called pollination. So pollination is the start of the process of a flower turning into some fruit. And I'm going to show you what some parts of a flower have in them, which is how a pollination process works. So this is a tulip flower. So I just peel back some of the petals. You can see some different parts of this plant. So inside there are these very dark pieces here, and usually they're yellow coloured. And this is the pollen, and the pollen is the boy part of the flower. And this part here in the centre, this is the girl part. And what happens is, to make this flower turn into a seed, or to make some apple blossom turn into an apple, some of this pollen has to move from here, from the boy part, to the girl part. And that process is called pollination. Now sometimes if the wind blows, that will blow some of this pollen onto the sticky bit in the centre. Or we have insects. So Ivy the butterfly will fly in. Here comes Ivy the butterfly.
Right, I haven't got
Okay, this is all right. Come on in. Ivy the butterfly will fly in, and she will want to drink some nectar from inside here. So she'll fly in, or a bee will fly in, or a hoverfly, any flying insect, and they will pick up some of this pollen, and they'll transfer it to over here, and then they might fly to another flower, and they'll take the pollen with them, and that will also go onto the boy part will go into the girl part, and then the flower pollinates, and it will turn into either a fruit or a seed. So to show you this process, Ivy the butterfly is going to show me, is going to help me. So have you got your butterfly tongue, Ivy? Go get your tongue, go get your butterfly tongue. So Ivy the butterfly has a very long curly tongue, and these are our flowers here.
one.
These are our flowers. So here we have the petals, these purple petals. Here we have some pollen, some nectar down the bottom here, and this is our sticky parts. We've got the girl part here and the boy part here. So the butterfly will fly in with her long butterfly tongue. Here she comes. She will fly in. She will drink some nectar out of there, and in the process she will get some pollen stuck to her tummy. Look, there's some pollen that got stuck to her tummy. Here it is, here's the pollen, and then she flies to the next flower. Here she goes, and she picks up, she has some nectar, and she picks up the pollen, and the pollen drops onto the fluffy sticky bit in the middle. And that means that plant has been pollinated. And then off she goes to another flower, and to another flower, and to another flower, and each time
I'm flying up there.
she will pollinate that flower.
Hey, flying time.
So we need to make sure we look after our insects, because once that flower has been pollinated, the little seed or the ovary inside turns from something very small, and it's bigger and bigger, and eventually turns into the fruit that we want. So we need to look after these insects, these flying insects. So we're going to make them a bug hotel,
A bug.
or a bug house, to make sure we can really look after the insects, because they're helping us, helping grow the fruit for us to eat. So we're going to look after them. So in your pack, Ivy, can you hold this for me? In your pack you've got some bamboo sticks with holes in for the insects to live inside, and they all go in a flower pot which is in your pack. I'm going to put them all inside, and you will need to go and get some sticks and collect some sticks and some moss and any other kind of fluffy things that you can find in your garden, a few leaves. Yep, you can pop those in there. And you need to make sure this is all full of sticks. So put it right the way up, nice and tight, and pack it in. Get some moss if you can. Some dried leaves would be nice, and all the insects can make their little homes in between all the gaps or in the bamboo holes. And that'll be a lovely, safe place, happy place for the insects to live in. So we're looking after those really important insects that pollinate our flowers, which then turn into fruit for us to eat. So if you can pick up a pack if you want to, and I'll see you on Thursday. Hopefully you can show me what you've made. I'll see you then. Bye.